This is being recorded on Saturday, December 24th, 2011, in between bouts of additional cooking, cleaning, merrymaking, and whatnot. So, forgive me if this sounds a little inconsistent. So, I'm turning out to be a bit of a procrastinator. What a big surprise. I said I'd try and make these once a week. Perhaps I should just settle for once a month. Perhaps that would be enough to satisfy the demand of a ravenous fan base, I suppose. I had intended to make another text and video review for CDX immediately following the Kyoryu Origami, or at least following a week later. But the day after I posted that video review, I totally got swept off my feet by SD Gundam Capsule Fighter, which has finally come to English-speaking audiences. I'm playing on there as, what else? Ava Unit 4A, and I'm playing for, well, now it's going on about 3 weeks. Really, 3 weeks? Wow, time flies. Anyways, yeah, I'm just in love with it. It's much more satisfying experience than XTO was. In 3 years of playing that, 3 weeks of SDGO compared to 3 years of XTO, I like this a lot more. It's a lot more consistent with itself, and I don't feel like I'm being cheated every time I go in there. Um, Plus, it's SD, and it's Gundam. How can you lose? And during my playtime, I've discovered that I'm more of a scissors or paper fighter than I am a rock fighter. I don't like playing as rocks because it's kind of tricky to sneak up on somebody when you can flip your mouse around so easily. I can sneak about, I just can't sneak up on other people. And the other thing is, I don't like playing as rocks because they're so limited in the weapons they have. You have to be melee the whole time. It's like with one shooting weapon, if you're lucky, one shooting weapon. What? Really? Huh? Which has never been my thing. I always prefer to snipe from long range, which is why I just love my SD Zeta Gundam. So I'm supposed to be doing this one video review, but before SDGO, I spent about 3, 4 weeks trying to find a digital artist to help me out with this one video review. Zeltrax Millennium has already made his contribution, but I needed someone with a different set of talents, and unfortunately that didn't happen, so I'm going to have to modify my original plan. It's just a stupid little 3-4 second thing, and all they would have to do is draw on a photograph, and that's it. You have to draw like 3 frames of animation. Done. And I can't find anybody. I've contacted 12 different people, and all of them shot me down. And this was in mid-November when I started looking, okay? And just, it's driving me nuts. But unfortunately, it's going to be one of the funniest damn things I think I've ever done. It's just, I can't do it alone, unfortunately. So, yeah, I'm going to have to modify that in some fashion, if I'm lucky. So, I'm going to have to modify that gag a little bit, and hopefully the alternate version will be just as funny. It won't get the same kind of laugh, but I'm hoping it'll get a laugh nonetheless. Oh, speaking of which, despite being poor as church mice and on the verge of bankruptcy, um, my I've decided to pick up Gunpla. I've already picked up the SD versions of the RX-78, was it 30th anniversary version of the Gundam? So I've already got that. And I also have the SD Zeta Gundam, which I actually got before I started playing SDGO. So, squee on both of those. Now, I've found a reliable source for paint, which is the primary thing that concerns me, but they don't have the specific types of paint I want, so I'm gonna have to see if I can call to that store or something like that. Going online, I can get paints, a little bottle full for, was it $3.29 a bottle? I went to the local dedicated hobby shop and it was like $4.29. I went to what's that one, Zeltrax? Citadel paints, supplies, manufacturer, something like that, who does the paint and modeling for Warhammer 40,000 and Warhammer and Lord of the Rings, Games Workshop. I looked at their stuff there. It's like 525 or some crazy amount. I was like, no, not for the amount I'm going to be using it. Forget it. Your bottles are also smaller. But yeah, hopefully I can start working on some genuine gunpla in the next few weeks, months. I'm not sure. I have to get this one video review done, and then that'll open up some things. Oh, by the way, despite still not having seen Transformers Dark of the Moon, which pains me to no end, you don't even need to say it, I decided to pick up some of the toys even though I have not seen the movie. Now, I know there's that whole thing about me not wanting to spoil the surprise for myself, but you know what? I already know who Sentinel Prime is. The fact that I know he's even in the movie and then he turns into a bright red fire truck a la Robots in Disguise Optimus Prime. How bad can it be at this point? So I picked him up and wow, that's a pretty elegant little figure. I left a comment on the CDX review of him, which I did not make, by the way. I left a comment sitting down at the bottom there, so you guys can look at that. Basically, everything that everybody complained about, I'm kind of matching up with. Yeah, he's panel centric, but honestly, it's not too bad. I mean, putting together the panels in vehicle mode is probably the hardest part of the whole toy. One thing that surprised me though is he doesn't make the transformation sound. He says, "I am Sentinel Prime." There's a siren and then there's the mech tech sound effect thingy in there, and then that's it. Like, wow, really? That's it? No transformation sound, no additional. So yeah, that was kind of disappointing. But he's probably one of the best Bayformer toys I've got. I mean, seriously, I put him right up there next to Leader Class Revenge Prime. That thing's awesome. Now I also have what are they called? Crankcase and Roadbuster, but I have not opened those two yet. And they're the standard color versions. I saw the orange colored Roadbuster and I was like, if I'm going to get it, I'm going to get the original color version because I've seen nothing but orange all over the place. So I was fortunate to get the green one, which, correct me if I'm wrong, I think that's the version I've seen in the movie, or that gets, which, correct me if I'm wrong, is the version that you see in the movie. So yeah, pretty much Sentinel Prime, Crankcase, and Roadbuster are the only toys I've seen that I want to get, and also yeah, obviously Leader Class Ironhide. Those are the only toys I've seen so far. I saw Shockwave, or is it called Shock Blast? I saw Shockwave, and I'll have to take a second look later on. Not sure if I want to get him or not. I'm not sure. Just from the size of it, for a Voyager class toy, he's real tiny. I saw was it the blue colored rally bot. I can't think of his name off the top of my head. Top spin, top kick, something like that. I saw him, and yes, I will be getting him. I do have the ability to review them, but I have to get this one video review, whatever it is, out of the way first. So that will. Um, I'm not sure when I'm going to be reviewing the Dark of the Moon stuff. So we got a brand new Blu-ray player a couple of weeks ago. So well, I shouldn't say bland. Well, I shouldn't say brand new because well, we got it from a dead man, literally. And it didn't come with remote control, but it is barely a year old. So, yeah, we just need to order a new remote control from Sony, and then I will be able to see Dark of the Moon. Then I will be able to see Iron Man 2 again. I saw Iron Man 2 in the theaters, and it was okay. First one was better. I had more issue with the second one, that's why it was kind of meh. I just reminded myself two important benchmarks that I have reached with this channel. The first one is that I have finally reached 518 subscribers. That happened between the unboxing and updating video from, was it 3.5 weeks ago with the customized Leader Ironhide, and when this is being posted, so it happened somewhere in between there. I wonder if it had something to do with the slideshow commentary that I made for the Tokume Sentai Go Buster toys. Ironically, a lot of the things that you guys were saying I learned as I was uploading the video, so I started scanning for stuff, because when I posted that originally, I absolutely didn't know all those things. And yes, I'm sorry for saying, oh, that's interesting. How interesting? That looks interesting. Yes, I do apologize for doing that, but having to vocalize what I'm thinking, uh, I haven't done that before. So it's going to sound a little bland as far as the vocabulary is concerned. But my reactions were genuine, at least as genuine as I could make them. I truly didn't know what was happening in there. Um, Anyways, yeah, a lot of the things that you guys were saying in the comments I learned as I was uploading the videos. So it's like, it's not like I can go back in and change them. Some of you asked if I'm going to be doing a proper um, audio commentary on the First Line Toys. You know, I've already done it. I'm well past 6,000 reviews, or 6,000 views, 6,262 video comments, or not comments, views on it. So, you know, why do I need to make another one? I'll make another one when the second wave shows up. So anyways, yeah, 518 subscribers and 85,280 video reviews. That's not too bad. I wish I could get paid for it though, because ironically, every single video that I have released so far has a picture or video or something in there, or music in some cases, that doesn't belong to me. So I cannot apply to get paid for my videos because, well, it's copyright infringement. I kind of learned that the hard way when I posted my slideshow dedication to Rick Keyrose. I absolutely butchered his last name. Well, I should have known better and asked ahead of time, but no, it's actually Rick Keyrose. So yeah, there it is on the record. Now I'm saying it correctly. I was like, Quiroz? Why am I saying that? Let that be the last time I say it that way. Um, let's see. So yeah, 518 subscribers, 85,280 video reviews, and I'm not getting paid for any of it still. Not even 2 feet from my head is the Super Robot Chogokin Gokai-Oh, which problem I've got with it really is that the wrists are at a bone-breaking angle all the time. They can't point straight down parallel to the forearm. They're always tilted inwards at an angle. So it looks really awkward with some of those poses. Like it poses great. It's an SRC and it's just as well made as my SRC Shinkano. So I'm not going to be doing a video review of that because I don't do video reviews of figures and it would that thing I said at the beginning of the Piranacon video, I don't do video reviews of toys that are smaller than my fists. I don't think a lot of you got that. None of you asked about it. But the reason I do that is because if I did video reviews of things that are smaller than my hands, then you would see more of my hands than you would of the thing that I'm reviewing. So it's actually a courtesy that I don't review things like that. And also, there's a ton of little accessory pieces, and there'd be a lot of time wasted me taking things off and putting other things on. With a toy, not an SRC, that's not a toy, it's a display piece. But with a toy, you can just move things around, done. That's it. But with action figures that got a lot of little tiny pieces, you would notice the essential tremor in my hands even more than you already see. So that's the reason I don't do that. So you will not be seeing a video review of the SRC Gokai-Oh, but do know that it is on the way. Probably happen shortly after Christmas, which is tomorrow. Um, happen before I do that text and video review that I'm working on, which I'm not going to talk to you guys about. In other SRC related news, I have reserved and acquired the rights to review the SRC Magic King, which is going to be one of the greatest things I've ever done, ever. As far as a non-video review is concerned, that thing is fucking gorgeous. I've always loved the Magic King. That's one of the most amazing robots. Not just Super Sentai robots, but that's just one of the most amazing robos I've ever seen. So I'm going to review that, and I'm also going to be reviewing SRC Deca Ranger Robo, which not the best Super Sentai Robo out there, but still it's memorable for me because Deca Ranger, as I've said many times, is the first Super Sentai that I saw intact or saw completely. And Zeltrex Millennium was kind enough to inform me yesterday that the SRC Daijujin is on the way. The Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Season 1 Megazord is on the way. I saw the shield, it looks kind of weird. It's not Retrofire Mighty Morphin Megazord, but it does have some kind of odd proportions to it and coloring, and I'm actually kind of scratching my head over it. So yeah, look forward to those three. I'm trying to get my hands. I've had the most difficult time just because I haven't had the money for it. Being broke and all. Um, Living off government checks. Just don't think that I'm getting off easy because there's little or no money left over after paying rent and all those things to buy anything. It can take me 2 and 3 months just to get one uh big old Super Sentai import. So that's why these things have slowed down significantly. Is because my little cash has kind of disappeared. My cache of cash. But anyways, I'm trying to get my hands. I've changed my mind, and I've decided to go for. I think I'm gonna go for all of the uh, Revoltech Evangelion Evolution figures, which are modeled after the Evangelion 2.0 versions of all the Eva units. So I'm going to aim for those. definitely units 2 and 0 because they turned out to be my favorites. Unit 3, I guess so. Unit 6, I'm going to hold off though. I'm not going to get the Ava Evo version of that. I'm going to wait until Ava 3.0 comes out next fall, and then I'll get the full version of the Revoltech version of that. So I'm going to hold off on this earliest version of I'm sorry, of the Mark 6. Um, Unit 5, I changed my mind, and yeah, I think I'll get that. Unit 1, I actually debated getting that one, but I think I will still aim for Ava Evo, Ava Unit 1. So, yeah. And we still don't have Ava Unit 4. We never saw it in the movie, but what the hell? The least they could do is give us one with some accessories of some kind or other. Give us a was it that positron sniper cannon? Not the big one they used in Ava 1.0, but the kind of smaller one they used in the series. Give us that and a bazooka. Oh wait, that's what they did with the SOC. You know, I can live with that. Just just don't give us the Billy Club and don't give us the riot shield. Those are kind of shit useless when it comes to Ava units. Fighting angels. So that is about it for me. Um, be sure to look me up, and I must apologize to those of you who have been looking for me on Skype. Yeah, I've been kind of neglecting it for the last month and a half now. I just haven't been in much of a Skype mood. I discovered my old clannies from XDeal, and I've been talking up a storm with them while I've been playing SDGO because a couple of them are playing SDGO as well. But I ran into them. Was it 3 years ago when I joined Clan Okami? Our motto is Clan Okami. We eat your parents. And so I've hooked on with them, and I'm doing a lot of chit chatting with them. So that's fun once again. But that's using Ventrilo. That's not Skype. So I don't know if you can search for people on Ventrilo, but yeah, I've used that program long before I had Skype. So to those of you who are looking for me on Skype, please do continue to look me up. Username Ava Unit 4A. No spaces, no dashes, no nothing like that. And make sure that when you do contact me on Skype, that you leave a little note saying who you are and how you know me. People have just come up and said, "Hey, Ava, sign up with me." I was like, "Who the hell are you?" And then I never get a response back. So please do include a little note in there when you sign up with Skype or YouTube for that matter, because I've got, let's see, how many do I have? I've got like 57 people who have tried to friend me on YouTube. Let's see, contact suggestions. Um, got at least 20, got at least 40, got at least 60, got at least 80. 99 people have attempted to friend me in the last year, and I haven't approved that many of them because they don't say who they are. I haven't interacted with any of them. I mean, some of them, the names are kind of familiar. Well, it doesn't matter. But anyways, um, yeah, if you're gonna try and friend me, please do leave a note in there saying how you know me. Have you interacted with me? How do you guys know me? Don't just say, "Oh, I know you from Z." It's like, have I spoken with you recently? That's just my way of preventing myself from friending a bunch of trolls and spammers and things like that. So that's the reason I haven't responded. And I've mentioned this previously. If you did previously try and friend me, send a note. Ava, tried to friend you a while ago. Can you please? Because I don't want just automated. This person has signed up with you. Would you like to friend them back? I'm not going to respond to that. So if you've tried to friend me on YouTube or Skype or Ventrilo, if that's even possible, which are the only three social media thingies that I do. I don't do Facebook. I don't do Twitter. I don't do Twitter. Um, I don't even know the names of all of them. So I don't do those things. The only social media I'm signed up with is YouTube, Twitter, and oh yeah, I'm also on DeviantArt.com as Ava Unit 4A. Oh yeah, the other benchmark I forgot to mention is that I have now been a subscriber on YouTube.com for 1 year. So I crossed that benchmark in early December. Actually, it was late November. but I didn't tell anybody about it until early December. So yeah, I've officially had my own YouTube channel for 1 year now. Woohoo! Uh-oh, someone called me from the kitchen. I gotta get down there. So Merry Christmas. Have a happy New Year. I will try to grace you with my presence once more at a future time. That sounds really awkward. I'm going to try and post more often, is what I'm trying to say. And so, my name is Ava Unit 4A. Happy holidays, and thanks for tuning in.